Welcome back to Strawcats!
Season 2, Episode 18.
Yay! Yeah! Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We have who filling in for Mr. Jeff? Who are you?
Susie Q!
Susie Q is
On
filling
the
in.
set!
On the set. Is filling in for Jeff today, who is out on assignment. Who are you?
My name is Pete.
Hi, Pete. Good to see you. Who are you?
Noel Thompson.
Noel Thompson in the house, and I'm Olivia. Welcome back, everyone. How are we feeling?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Susie?
I'm feeling really happy because I got my big Pete with me.
You're next to Pete. Yeah, that is exciting. We're happy to have you in the host seat today.
You're filling in for Jeff in every way.
That's right.
That's right.
Especially with the grabbing.
Yeah, oh, hitting.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Susie? You feeling good?
Yep.
Can you describe how you're feeling in one song?
I love that song.
This one he was singing?
When he's singing, yes.
You pick a different song. Go for it. To describe how you're doing.
I love Noel.
Oh.
Because he is such a hunky boy. And right now my heart sings because of Noel.
Okay, wow.
Wow, Noel.
Noel, are you
Yeah.
flustered?
Hunky boy.
No, right next to me. Having her face very close to me.
Who, her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is very close
She's
to
very
you.
close to you, I guess. I am crying.
Why are you
Do you want to
crying?
describe yourself, how you're feeling one song?
A little uncomfortable.
But about to, I was especially some crying.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's get this on the road. Our guest today is Susan Sharon, who's the Deputy News Director at Maine Public, an old friend of Jeff and Noel. I bet she'll be bummed to miss out on Jeff, but she's going to be really happy to see you, Noel. Okay.
I think that also, if my math is correct, over 2 seasons, this is now episode 70 overall of the Stratcast.
We've done
So,
70 episodes of the
Wow.
Stratcast. Can you believe that?
No.
Is anybody getting tired of it yet?
No.
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 I know.
No, I would
No.
never.
I've never been tired of this
Good, I'm
because
so glad.
you guys are my family.
Oh, how nice.
I never love again.
Okay.
Wow,
Sorry,
it's a
Susie.
musical episode today.
For real.
I
All right, well,
love
should
you
we
guys.
cut to break and then we'll come back and interview Susan?
Yeah.
All right, Susie will be.
Right back.
We're back, and here's Noel with the bio for our guest, Susan Sharon.
Susan Sharon is the Deputy News Director at Maine Public. Susan has worked as a newsroom leader in both radio and TV. Susan covers politics, the environment, criminal justice, and human interest stories. Susan has been recognized by many natural organizations. We are excited to sit down with Susan today. Welcome, Susan Sharon.
Sharon, yay! Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Noel, you're up first.
Tell us about your job at Maine Public. What is it like being the Deputy News Director?
Well, it's a fun job and a challenging job, and it's great being the Deputy News Director because it means I'm not the full boss, but I'm a partial boss.
Yeah.
And so I get to work with a lot of people, and I get to help pick out what the stories are that we're going to be covering each day. I get to keep track of stories that we're covering, talk to a lot of reporters, and then I get to do some reporting occasionally myself.
Yeah.
So I get to do a lot.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Susie, over to you.
You have been in journalism for the long time. What made you decide to get into this field?
Yes, I have been in journalism a long time. I've been at my current job for, I think this is my 27th year.
Wow.
So it's like most of my adult life.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
And before that, I worked in television for a while at Channel 8 as an assignment editor. And before that, I worked in public radio and in a small TV station in Great Falls, Montana.
Oh, wow.
And I know. And I was on the air as an anchor in this little small station. As a reporter, and when I was in college in Montana, I started working in public radio. So it's been pretty much all my life. I think I wanted to do it beginning in the 7th grade. I can remember pretending I was a talk show host for a class project.
Yeah.
And then I think in 10th grade, my public speaking teacher encouraged me to think about it. So
Cool.
pretty much all then. I loved to write, and I loved acting, but I'm very nosy, so very curious. So that's, I think, why.
Yeah,
Great.
that's a great answer. Noel, back over to you.
How you have covered a lot of topics over the course of your career so far. What topics interested you the most?
Oh boy, that's a tough question. Boy, I love stories about people, and I love stories that other people haven't really told. The ones about people that I like the most are the ones about people who we might not see or hear from the most. And I also love to watch things happen over time. And so when you've been in the field as long as I have, you get to see policies change and people change around policies. You know, I'm thinking about like same-sex marriage and marijuana and civil rights issues, so things like that. But I tell you what, the truth is, one of my favorite stories was about Strive. Strive You.
Yeah, that's right, Noel.
Yeah.
You were there.
That was about you and Jeff, Noel, and
Yeah.
I loved it because it was when you were first starting Strive You. I got to come to your apartment and watch you and Jeff making breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? And one of you dropped an egg. I don't know if
I gotta go with Jeff, probably.
once somebody dropped an egg. I don't know if it was on the floor, but oh no, you know what? I think it was you, because Jeff got mad at you and he said you can't put it back in the pan.
You were trying to. Yeah, that sounds
right.
That
That's
checks
right.
out.
Yeah.
And then I followed you guys. I followed you guys to the university. We rode the bus together. I went to your apartment, and I went to your job. And one thing that I remember, it's my favorite quote of all time, comes from you,
Wow.
Noel. You know what? It was when you were learning how to write a resume or prepare for your first job experience. You
Yes.
remember that? And you had a teacher, Dick
Yep, Dick Wigton.
Dick
yeah.
Wigton.
From Talent Tree.
Yep.
Yes,
yeah.
from Talent Tree, and he was telling you what you needed to do when you showed up at the job, I think, and you know how to
Yeah.
prepare and what you should think about, and then he asked you if you had any questions, and he looked at you, and you said, Noel, you said, this is my favorite quote of all time, I can't wait to pay attention.
Does that sound like
And
you?
so
Yeah.
that is my favorite quote of all time, because you know what? That's how I feel in my job, which is I can't wait to pay attention.
Yeah.
I just love to pay attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's incredible. Can you
Yeah,
believe
so-
that, Noel?
Yeah.
You have your favorite quote of all time.
That was 2004.
2004 maybe, I think.
Yeah.
So, and then I think I visited with you
Yeah.
a couple years ago to follow up on what you were doing,
That's
you and
right.
Jeff,
Yeah.
and Julie.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Julie.
Isn't that
So-
funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I think back over to Susie.
Yep, right here.
Yeah.
What is the most rewarding aspect of your job?
Boy, that's another tough one. You all ask good questions. There's so many rewarding aspects of the job. It's just getting to meet people like you and getting people to tell you things that are important to them. And and also just I love being where the action is, and I love when our newsroom is humming and everybody's working together on something. I love that. I love the teamwork of the newsroom. I think that's one of the most rewarding things. But also people telling you things and getting to go really cool places with the job is great. Like going into the woods and Baxter Park and being outside to see birds and going to the prison and just going places that some people don't get to go, which is really a privilege.
Absolutely. That's so cool.
Noel, back over to you, buddy.
Follow-up question.
What is the most challenging part of your job?
The most challenging part is probably just making time for everybody who needs time. And that could be in the newsroom or outside of the newsroom. But there's just not enough of us to go around, I would say. There's so much news.
Yeah, there is a lot of news.
That's just good segue to
Yeah,
the
to the next question, yeah.
How do you decide what stories to cover when you're there? Seems to be breaking news every other minute.
Wow, that's a great one too, because and I'm glad you asked me this question because I think people want to know this. We don't have a big newsroom. We have probably about 20 people, and we have to cover the state. So every day we try to figure out probably what the 2 or 3 most important stories of the day are. And then we also always have people who are working on long-term projects that aren't for that particular day. And so it's kind of a mix. But when we think it's a big story, we absolutely will put people on it for that day. But it's really making priorities.
Yeah.
What's the most important thing?
Yeah, it must be really tricky. Well, our next question was about the Strive You story that Noel was going to ask. But
shoot, I jumped the gun.
That's okay. Is there anything else you want to share about that experience or that you liked about it?
I loved it because I remember, and I don't remember which one of you it was who I spoke to, but I remember it might have been Julie. I think it was. With Julie in her apartment near the Y. Was that Julie?
Yep. Although they were there too.
Who else?
Yep.
Well, this was Julie, I think. It was a young woman, and it was a very moving interview with Julie because she was living on her own, if I'm remembering this correctly. She was living on her own, and she talked about her fear of being alone for the first time and how challenging that is for all of us when we leave home and you have to set up your own apartment and manage your bills and catch the bus and remember these things. And she so she talked about that, and she told a story about thunder, and how thunder scared her. But I just admired her so much for how she dealt with her fear. Because a lot of people don't tell you these things. We don't talk about this, what scares us. And she was just really thoughtful about it, and I could relate.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Suze?
If you weren't a journalist, what do you do for work?
What would you do for work?
If I wasn't a journalist, what would I do? Well, I feel like I found the right thing for me. I feel like I found the right job for me because I don't think I'm great at a lot of things, but I think that I would really love to be a detective.
Ooh, you'd be really good at that.
Well, as long as I didn't have to handle weaponry.
yeah, exactly.
Some of the
I
same
would
skill
love-
set.
Yes, I would
Very
love to be a
curious.
detective.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be awesome. Well, those were all of our formal interview questions, and now Noel and Susie, what is it time for?
The
lightning round.
All right.
Susie, you're going to kick off.
Go ahead.
Radio or TV?
Ooh, that's a toughie. I'm gonna have to go with radio.
Good choice.
I grew up listening to the radio, so radio.
Favorite topic to
Cover.
cover?
Any favorite topic? I know we kind of asked you that.
Oh, well, I love, we're working a lot on climate change stories right now. As a team, we're going to be doing some more coverage. We did a group project this past year, and we're going to be doing more of that. So I love stories about the environment. I also love stories about corrections, covering issues for people who are incarcerated in prison and jail.
Yeah, that's really important.
Suze?
Suze?
Favorite restaurants in Portland?
Oh my word. Oh, well, I live in Auburn, And so, but one of my favorite restaurants that I just recently went to is Empire.
So
Chinese
good.
food.
Whitney and I are
So
big
good.
fans.
Yeah.
The best. Our turn? Yeah. Oh, it's a good one.
What is your spirit animal?
Spirit animal.
Oh, I love animals. Oh, I love so many. I love gorillas.
Ooh.
I love gorillas, but I think probably my favorite spirit animal is the horse.
Oh, good
Yeah, I
choice.
love horses.
Suze?
If you could have dinner with anyone, live or dead, who would it be?
Okay, I'm going to say two people. Ernest Shackleton, he was an explorer of the Arctic. He's one of my favorites. He's now dead. And then his ship was called Endurance, and that's my email address, Endurance 106. And then I guess I would pick Amelia Earhart, the other explorer and pilot, and find out what happened to her plane.
I would love to know the answers to that.
Noel, who would you pick?
Yes.
Yeah, who would you
Amy
pick?
Earhart.
Who? Who would you pick?
The plane.
Amelia
Oh,
Earhart.
do you know
no.
you would pick her?
Out of those two?
Yeah.
Who would be
Oh.
Yeah, if you could
everybody?
pick anybody, if you could
Alive or
have dinner
dead?
with anybody alive.
Oh,
or
alive.
Or dead.
I know.
dead. Who? Right now, probably Shakira.
Yeah. Or Shania Twain.
Shania Twain. Also.
Shania Twain, good choice.
How about you, Suze?
You could have dinner with anybody in the world, alive or dead. She's gonna say Emily.
Yeah.
Okay, pick someone famous. Can you pick a famous person you'd want to have dinner with?
Who would you like to meet?
Yeah, that you've never met before.
I don't remember.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll
That's
come
fine.
back to
We'll
that.
go back. We'll circle back. All right.
Over to you guys.
Over to us here.
Yep. Early riser or night owl?
Well, I'm getting older now, but night owl.
Yeah.
Night owl for sure.
Yeah.
Not a good early riser.
Favorite Central Blazer TV show.
Guilty pleasure TV show.
Guilty pleasure. Ooh. How about Project
Oh,
Runway?
I love Project Runway. So
My
Yes.
Mom loves that.
She does. I know.
Yes.
They're so creative, and it's not my skill set.
Yeah.
Tell us your best joke.
Do you have any good jokes?
Okay, wait. Well, okay. I'm not going to say it's a great joke.
That's okay.
Let's just personal disclaimer. But why was 6 afraid of 7?
I don't know.
Susie?
I don't know.
Because 7, 8, 9.
That was perfect. You were one of our first guests in a while who came up with their own joke because we have a joke books here.
Yeah.
Oh no!
that we
Oh
love
really?
forever.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't say I might not have
Two of
cheated.
them.
Yeah, that
early
was
this morning.
perfect.
That's okay.
Well, those were all of our questions for you, Susan. Thank you so much for
Oh
coming.
well, thank you so much for having me.
Of
and
course. We really
thanks
appreciate
for
it.
everything Strive does.
Well, thank
Thank you.
you for all you do. And Noel will be
Right
right
back.
back.
Strivecast is brought to you by
Listeners like you.
Listeners
Listeners
like
like
Jason Lundy.
Yay.
Woo! Shout out to our listener of the week, Jason Lundy.
Lundy, Harper, and Company.
Never heard of that, but that's okay. Shout out to our friend Jason Lundy, right, Pete?
That's right. Jason's a longtime volunteer for us, works for Bank of America.
Great friend of Strive.
Yeah, big help last week as Strive won a major award.
We won the nonprofit organization of the year from the Portland Regional Chamber of Commerce. So Jason helped spread the word at that event to get people to vote for us, and just does a lot for Strive throughout the year. So shout out to you, Jason. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jason.
We'll be
Right.
Right back.
all right. We're back, and it's time for Ask Noel.
Yep.
Hit your theme song.
If you had a pole, you dream about a doll, you open up a call, you listen to Noel.
You listen to Noel.
different every week.
I know, it's so good. So today we have an email of person writing to you via email
Yeah.
with some questions about Valentine's Day.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yep, Roger and Topsam.
Wow, thanks for writing in, Roger and Topsam. So Roger writes, Dear Noel, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Do you do anything special for your significant other? And can you give me some advice for how I can show my girlfriend that? All right, so Noel, you got the email. What is your advice for Roger? To give some advice to Roger for Valentine's Day. What can he do for his girlfriend on Valentine's
Next
Day?
week we'll print it out for you.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry to offend you.
That's okay.
Okay.
How to speak lovely to your loved ones.
You speak lovely. What else can you do to show your significant other that you care?
Can I have an example, actually, though?
Oh, yeah.
Like to my son?
No, like, how do you speak lovely?
What does that mean?
You have a
Not your.
and I have a rose. I will please give you a jewelry on your little lonely finger.
Okay, wow.
Wow. Okay. So you're giving Roger advice through song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what Roger should do? Is use song?
Yeah.
He should sing to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
What else can he do for Valentine's Day?
Dance for his girlfriend.
Oh.
Dance for his girlfriend or with his
How about
girlfriend?
a gift?
Yeah.
That's a good one. A
What?
corsage.
A corsage.
Nice.
Oh, a baby suit for Valentine's.
A bathing suit. What
Okay.
else could he get for his girlfriend?
Flowers.
Flowers, always good.
Being tactile with his hand.
Okay. And moving on from that, and what else?
How to send a beautiful card to know how lovely.
A beautiful
A
card.
beautiful
Yeah,
card.
That's nice.
That's great advice.
Susie.
Susie, you have any Valentine's Day
I'll
advice
bet
for Roger?
Susie is like the queen of hearts.
Yeah.
Are you?
Okay. Let's hear it.
I
How is someone going to show that they're romantic?
will give them a hug.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of them, and another a kiss
Okay.
Tactile.
on the cheek
Okay.
and a ring
And a
Ring.
ring.
Whoa.
We're moving
Hey.
fast here.
and a rose.
And a rose.
Wow.
Good. That's a great list, Susie. Thanks, Roger, for
Thanks,
this
Roger.
adventure of love. All right. Anything else we want to say to Roger, or that's it?
If people would like to call in a question,
That's
they can
right.
give us a call, 207-774-6278, extension,
352.
or send us an email at strivecast@pslstrive.org with your questions for Noel. You could play your voicemail or read your question that Noel would like printed out for
Yeah.
him next time,
Sorry, Noel.
right here on the Strivecast.
And Twitter too.
On Twitter,
Yeah,
you
send
can
us a
tweet
question.
at us. Yeah.
DM via
Yeah.
Twitter.
And
Okay?
and Dion Sanders. too.
Okay.
We'll be
Noel,
right back.
We'll be-
Swabcast is brought to you by
Your hat here.
Your ad here. And who is our episode brought to us by this week? Bo. Bo's Books and Burritos.
Back for week 2.
Yakin with
Okay, I
Pill.
think.
Yeah.
Week 3, baby.
Yeah.
P3, yeah.
Okay.
All your reading and eating needs.
Yeah.
Come see Bo.
And the shape of the bow.
Okay.
All right, and if you want your ad to be right here in a more serious fashion, reach out to us at strivecast@pslstrive.org.
And we'll talk about the shape of your business.
Yeah,
Right?
probably in song.
Yeah, probably in song form.
So-
I don't think you could get better advertising than
But
that.
thank you to Bose.
Thanks, Bose, and Noel will be.
Say hi to your cousin Bubba.
Okay, we'll be right
Be
Back.
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 Okay.
All right, we're back, and it's time for Yakking with You.
Yeah.
But there's no Jeff today,
No.
so we're just gonna play a fun, quick game of Would You Rather.
What do you
Would you
rather?
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 I
You
love
guys-
that game.
Okay, perfect.
Oh boy.
These are funny ones. Would you?
Inappropriate?
Yeah. Would you rather be a centaur, which is like a half person, half horse, or would you rather be a mermaid?
I think I would pick a man human.
Just a human.
Just a human, so neither option.
Option C.
You have to pick horse or mermaid.
I said a man made.
Man-made.
Merman.
Yeah.
Merman. Okay, what would you choose?
I choose mid horse.
Half horse. Okay.
Okay, one of each.
All right, Pete. What would you choose?
I guess I gotta go with the centaur.
Me too. I think. All right. Would
What
you
you
rather?
with?
Whitney picks mermaid too. Okay.
Cool.
Gotcha. All right. Would you rather your only mode of transportation be by donkey or by giraffe?
Oh, dear. Oh, giraffe.
Giraffe.
Giraffe for both of them.
I'm going donkey.
Why?
They take a giraffe through a drive-through.
All right.
Pete, come on.
Would you rather only be able to use a fork, no spoon, or only be able to use a spoon with no fork for the rest of your life?
I pick a fork.
A fork?
I pick a fork.
Steve?
I'd pick a spoon.
I pick a spoon too, I think. Would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night on your head, or sweat maple syrup?
Sweat maple syrup.
Sweat of the hair.
You'd have spaghetti hair?
Yes.
I think I'd go spaghetti hair too.
I didn't know
Maple
why.
syrup in the summer doesn't
Yeah,
sound
that'd
like
be a
much
little-
fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll go spaghetti hair.
Yeah.
Would you rather have to read aloud every word you thought or sing everything you thought?
Oh,
See-
no.
Yeah.
Seen everything yourself.
Sing everything you thought.
Sing.
Yeah,
not,
Me too.
not sing.
not sing. Would you rather wear a wedding dress for the gals or a tuxedo for the guys every day, or a bathing suit every day?
A tuxedo.
Tuxedo every day?
If the pants are not short.
Okay.
Text.
Nicely tailored.
Yeah,
tuxedo.
yeah. No baggy tuxes. You're gonna go with a dress? Or a bathing
Dress.
suit? Dress? Okay. Pete?
Oh, a birthday.
Tuxedo,
Tuxedo?
not birthday suit.
Let's see. Would you rather have all dogs try to attack you when they see you, or all birds try to attack you when they see you?
Our dogs.
Dogs.
I think I pick birds instead because they're peaceful.
You pick birds instead because they're peaceful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd rather be attacked by either.
Yeah, me either. All right, last one. Let's pick a good one.
Here we go.
Drum roll, please, Noel.
Paka, 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 paka. Paka, paka, paka.
Would you rather have to fart loudly every time you have a serious conversation, or have to burp after every kiss?
In the middle.
No, you gotta
In
pick
the
one.
middle, what would that be?
Fart for every.
middle.
No, you either have to choose fart for every serious conversation or burp after every time
Fart.
you kiss someone.
Susie chooses fart.
Me
No,
too.
what would
Me too.
what would in the middle be?
A half burp and a half gas.
Okay, I think this.
Yeah, I think that, on that note.
Yeah, will be.
Right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for Susie's
Cues.
Susie's cues. So we got some fan mail in the mail this week from Barbara in
Barbara.
Old Newport, Maine. Thank you so much for writing in, Barbara. And it was for Susie. And what did Barbara send to you?
She sent me a Valentine's Day joke.
She sent you a list of Valentine's Day jokes. So Valentine's Day is just around the corner. So here's some funny
True.
jokes to get you and your loved one laughing. So Susie's going to read a couple of them out loud. Ready? Hit
Are
it.
you ready, Noel?
Good.
What do the farmers give to their wives on Valentine's
What
Day?
do farmers give their wives on Valentine's Day? What do farmers give their wives on Valentine's Day?
Why does the mother get
No, I
Just say what?
what? That's better.
hugs and kisses.
Hogs and kisses.
Hogs and kisses. Get it?
Yeah.
Next,
Is that what farmers give their wives on Valentine's Day?
Who knows? Next.
what kind
Oh.
of
Valentine.
Valentine's Day candy set is only for girls?
Kind of Valentine's Day candy's only for girls.
What do you think, Noel?
Who?
Hershey's Kisses.
Hershey kisses.
Hershey kisses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Susie's killing.
Ooh.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
God.
What
Susie, we can hear you.
Did.
did the boy octopus say to his girlfriend on the Valentine's Day?
What did the boy octopus say to his girlfriend on
What?
Valentine's Day?
I want to hold your hand. Hand.
Yeah.
Get it? They have 8.
8. Get it?
Yeah.
That means you.
All right, we got one more, I
One
think,
more.
right? Lucky number 10.
Why did a boy put his Valentine's candy under his pillow?
Under his pillow. Why did the boy put the Valentine's candy under his pillow?
I don't know.
He wanted have a sweet dream.
Oh, I love that. That's a good one. Thank you so much for sending these in to Susie, Barbara. Did you love that, Suze?
I love it.
So she cried reading the letter you sent. So thank you
Yep,
so much for
I
being
did.
a loyal listener and one of our biggest and best fans. Shout out
Thank
to you.
you.
Oh, that's Noel saying thank you in a funny voice, I
Susie
guess.
voice.
Yep. All right. Was that it for Susie's cues?
No,
Okay.
that is
Ready?
seriously
We'll be right
Right
back.
Petting.
All right, we're back, and it's time to wrap it up. Susie, wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right,
Wrap it up.
Okay, time to wrap it up. So thank you so much to Susan Sharon for coming on the Strivecast today. That was so much fun. Isn't that awesome that you have her favorite quote of all time?
Mm-hmm.
From way back in 2004.
Yeah.
She remembers everything about that.
Yeah. Do you remember anything I've ever said to you?
Wake up.
I do say that to you. You're right. Well, that's good to know. So let's wrap our show
Everyone
up.
had a great time at the gala.
That's right. Awesome. So thank you so much to Whitney holding down the producing chair all by her lonesome today. You did a great job with keeping us on track. And thank you so much to our engineer Ryan for putting the show together and making us sound good. And
Noel
wants
really
to do
promote an
updating
event.
events. Yeah. What's
Go for
coming
it.
up? What's our next event?
Strive Rocks.
Strive Rocks
2020.
all day and Strive Rocks all night.
Give us the date, Pete.
I'm gonna do all-nighter.
All right, May 2nd and 3rd,
That's
2020.
right. Cross Insurance
Insurance Arena.
Yeah.
Portland, Maine. See you there.
More information on our
Yeah.
website,
striverocks.org.
striverocks.org.
See you there. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you next week.